Welcome to Attackett Trucker and Car Series. Today working on a 2003 Volkswagen Jetta 1.9 turbo diesel.
I can see it from there.
This is the it's a 5W full synthetic, as long as it's got the CH4 ratings. That's what you want, full synthetic.
Come here, pup.
And it holds a paper filter that's inside this cup right here. But I was just gonna show you that we're gonna change the oil, and the video that you tune in for is gonna be the fuel filter, because that that requires that you watch either a video or this video. Okay, that's the sound that you do. That's the sound that you do for Netflix. Depending on what track you got. Don't get it confused with this. Similar for sure. Hey, welcome to Attackett Adventures. Today, in the book it says 4.8, so I just grabbed a bottle. It says trans fluid, but it's just a bottle. It's clean. This was 4 quarts, so I did 0.8, so 20 ounces. That's mine. This is a concoction of motor coat. You've seen my other cars, I run motor coat and everything. They got some pretty good results if you do that, even big semis and everything. You can put it in your lawnmower, you can put it in everything. Just go by the, mix it, compare to, you know, just based off your quarts. So now this is done. The oil filter went down into here. I didn't have a wrench, so I took it off with this. Just be careful. I'm gonna have to find tools to work on European stuff now, because I guess that's just a little snap thing. You just put it on there. It's got ridges. Now it's all rough. I'm gonna get comments probably, but so this is done.
Darth Vader. That's the name of this car.
Okay, this is going to be the part I bought. This is from Advance Auto. It's part 86619. Carquest is a pretty good brand. It's considered OEM. But what they said is you need is a pair of pliers and Phillips screwdriver. What I got to do is I back these hoses off. This is the, and it looks like it's going to be the output. This is a return for too much. Maybe when you shut the car off, it runs that back. And here's the feed line. So they're in bad shape, but I'm going to try to use them for now. So it says just back and back. I'm sorry, I got my air or my the AC's running, so it's pretty loud. Watch your eyes, you might have pressure. Alright, well, that's easy. Now this one's going to be alright. See, I would just take it off and then pass that. See, now, here, just catch it with that. Grab a pan. That would have been good, but I already put it away from the oil change. So back lift that up and just tuck them up. Hopefully stick like that. I got to remember this blue strip is the return back to the tank. You gotta be really careful. This is plastic right here. And notice I didn't pull this clip yet. There we go. So the blue is going on the return. And you take this is called a Mickey Mouse. It's got the ears. Because you got to reuse this. I guess it just pops it out. And when you take this off, the two seals, the blue's always on top. Hopefully my kit is going to be the same. There are two in there, but we'll go to that here in a minute. Take this and release the clamp. Now on this down here is the water separator. So if I crack it, let's see if there's any water in it. I don't know. I gotta drain this anyway, so that's good. That's what that is. Alright. Next. You see, I got the same thing, but it's got that plastic. I'll just remove that. And I'm going to see if I got the different rings. Yeah. I don't have the quality kit. That one was VW replacement parts. So with this kit, just remember, if you get the quality kit, you can go to VW and get a screwdriver. I wish we knew how to, maybe one day soon, fast forward, because this is kind of, and I'm not gonna, I don't think there's any difference in these two at all. They look like it's just two rings. And my fingers got oil, diesel on them right now from from what we did with that water separator. So just before you stick it in there, you should and if your kit don't have these at all, just inspect them. I'm sure it'd be fine if you have to reuse them. And this is, when it sits in there, it's got to be directional, so, because the clamp sits in there, that nose thing sits in there like that. Okay, then on this, remove the plastic, that's just there for protection. Get rid of that. You can save these, put it on the one that you're trashing. Leave those on there for a second, though. Okay, here's where some people might cringe. You know what I'm going to do? It's not necessarily for everybody. Okay, 'cause you already know that some of my videos, and I'll put the link in above, or in right here, they're considered controversial. Well, if I mess up, we're going to see, and I'm going to show you the mileage. And when I'm still building videos in 2 years with this car, I'm going to show you the mileage, and you're going to know that I'm not fake. So right here, the trick is to put the cheapest transmission fluid, and this isn't a sponsor for anybody. Find you some non expensive, so that you see. It'll sop it up. This what they were saying, that this has got a lift pump, but I don't know that for a fact. I just got that everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and prime it. And here's some diesel. It'd be easy if I could just tip it. I'm not going to use that old diesel out of that filter. We could. If I didn't have this, I would. So it's got some in there. I'm not going to sit there and test how much it can hold. The important thing what the trans fluid does, and I've seen fleets of trucks where you take big screw-on for like Cummins fuel filters, and they would just fill that. No diesel fluid, they fill it up. So the first thing that the engine sees through the combustion is trans fluid, and it burns. It goes through, cleans, and by the time that it starts smoking, it's got diesel, so it's already cleaned it at one time too. And we're gonna hopefully it's gonna work like that for us. I think it will. But leave the comments below if you don't think it'll work. All right. So it's kind of primed. The fluid just all sucked up into that paper and everything. So let's see what I got now. Put this on here. We got the new. Remember, it's got the dog ear thing. Take that. Snap it down in there. And it's hopefully gonna let me just slip these on easy like they came off the other filter. they color code the lines. Oh, that's why they're telling you. If you got one ripped or whatever, it's probably the blue. The blue return ring, something in there, the way that it fits down in the tube. That's pretty neat because there's no paint on these. All right, and I'm not going to get it mixed up either. You couldn't mix this up the way that we just did that. For some reason, this clamp right here, try flipping it around, and the hose is so bad. Now, if this was gasoline, obviously that's much more, it's much more dangerous working with gasoline if you had a bad hose. But I'm going to see what I can do with this one for the time being. I want to sop up this oil mess that I got. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to change this clamp. I can't even get it. I got an idea. It won't go over that one point, so I'll just put it on last. Slip it on, put the hose on. And that little bit of trans fluid right there is probably ain't gonna clean anything. It's the first fuel change of this car, and we'll see what we think of it, the results. If it didn't give me any problem, maybe I'll go a higher percentage next, just to see how much smoke we can get, because it ain't gonna hurt nothing. This is a small version of a good heavy duty diesel. This one's got 315,000. And again, if you've got an expensive Audi, maybe this content is not helpful. You'll say no. But this is a $500 car. I mean, I could have paid much more for it. I think I got a good price for it. They said on the video to don't try to force this down by pushing on the ends, because this is brittle plastic. So just be careful. I'm trying to be careful. Support this and try to walk. I think for clickbait, I think I'm just going to say, will trans fluid hurt my fuel filter? You see how many people go, whoa, what? And adjust it to where these lines look like they're not rubbing something. So the number, you can see it's a UFI filter. It's 1J01274001A. That's for a 2003 Volkswagen Jetta 1.9 diesel turbo. Well, with nothing more to do, what you have when you take that filter off, you're gonna have to cycle the key about 4 or 5 times if that was completely empty. But since we kind of helped it, I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3. I'm still gonna remember. If you just hit it and it don't start, just remember you probably have to help the pump bring it back up. So I gotta put this clamp on. Been real careful with my battery because the other battery was dead. Nobody knew why, so that's 10. It's a pretty good wrench that I found in a dumpster one day.
Yeah, you have the key?
Yeah. I gotta remember this stick shift. It's been a while.
Oh.
It's gonna have smoke anyway. See if I can. Maybe I don't have a lift pump. It would make sense because it fired right up and then I didn't push the gas. I will next time. But the important thing is you don't have to bleed the lines either. If you're doing this, you don't bleed the lines. Just again, just don't be stressing out this little adapter for the return. It's blue section. So I'm just gonna do everything the way we did it. This time I'm going to use a funnel and just prime this tank or this filter. Nothing in it, but there will be. Try a little bit more of this, not much. Now, if my idea is wrong, it just costs $35 to find out that the trans fluid completely clogged it up and it won't flow. We'll find out. Okay, go to the tail to see and watch that smoke. That's that. I had to pump the gas pedal, and did you get any smoke?
A little bit, yeah.
But it sounded okay.
Show how many miles on this.
Well, that's what I was doing. It says 313.42, but that could be the trip mileage.
Yeah.
So I can't give you. Well, we got that picture. Maybe I won't touch the trip mileage if I can't figure out what the real mileage is.
Tell everybody how bad well, I'll show y'all a picture in the last video probably of what this used to look like inside, but it was all mold.
The doors were leaking, so a little trick. Let me tell this.
Just let it
The
run.
little trick is to put a piece of wood right here and pull it towards you a little bit. Don't overdo it, but then it gives a harder bite.
Yeah.
Other than that, just take some armor off, clean your seals.
Yeah, that's what we did too. Yeah.
But thanks for watching. Like I said, the trans fluid, it's like a cleaning agent, and it's going to interact with the diesel. Diesel's already a big part of it is oil. But give it a big thumbs up. We're going to try to load this up this week. Thank you.